Hello, Healthy Skeptics. This is the Healthy Skeptics video for Tuesday, January 2nd, 2018. Thanks for being here and Happy New Year. Look, these videos are getting way out beyond our circle of friends and colleagues. So it might be a good idea to start by telling you who the Healthy Skeptics are. The Healthy Skeptics are my wife, a double board certified family practice physician here in Olympia, Washington, and me, a research biochemist. I taught clinical nutrition at the university level, ran the nation's first FDA licensed clinical laboratory specializing in nutrition and immunology, and I also write books. And I've been in this arena for about 50 years. So we've got some expertise that I think could be valuable for you. If you want to check out our experience and credentials, simply go to thehealthyskeptics.com, thehealthyskeptics.com, where you will find everything you need to know about us in terms of our credibility. In terms of our energy level and our desire to help you to know what to explore and what to ignore in the healthcare arena, we usually have something to explore and something to ignore. It's at the close of 2017. I was doing a countdown of the top 3 things that you really need to pay attention to in 2018, and we're down to number 1, which will be no surprise: exercise. In the book that Natalie and I wrote, which is The Metabolic Makeover, and again, you can get this in paperback from Amazon or from themetabolicmakeover.com. You can also get it in Kindle from Amazon. You could also get it in a CD audiobook at themetabolicmakeover.com. The biggest chapter in the book, the biggest chapter in the book by far, is the chapter on exercise. Why is that? Because there is nothing more important than exercise. And you're going to say, wait a minute, you're a nutritional biochemist. How can you say that exercise is more important than nutrition? Here's how I can say that. I know lots of people who have really good diets and who don't exercise very much, and they are not as healthy as the people who might not have great diets, but they exercise consistently. So, and I want you to do both, obviously, but I want to emphasize that exercise is critically important. Why? Because the human body was designed to move. When you don't move, bad things happen. Now, here's the good news. You don't have to, join a health club. You don't have to go and do some incredibly arduous CrossFit or boot camp, right? What you have to do is something. My definition of exercise is doing more today than you did yesterday, right? So you have to do something. Now, I've put a demo video on YouTube, and you can find it. Just Google my name, YouTube, search my name, Stephen Cherniske, S-T-E-P-H-E-N, Cherniske, and then put in Tabata, T-A-B-A-T-A, and you'll find a video where I am demonstrating a very simple 4-minute technique. A 4-minute technique. If you don't like Tabata, you can go to any of the multiple, just Google high intensity interval training, or HIIT. This is a way to exercise that doesn't take much time. And why do I mention that so much? Because time is really the factor, right? When you're young. When you're young, time is the limiting factor. When you're older, we'll get to that in a second. But because time is so precious and so valuable and such a limiting factor for most of us, you want to be able to get in your exercise without having to feel guilty about, oh, I haven't done anything today, now I got to go to the gym and now I got to spend hours. No. 4 minutes, if you understand the benefits of high-intensity interval training. Now, at the same time, I have to say that the largest chapter in the Metabolic Makeover, dealing with exercise, will give you everything you need to know at every age and every stage of fitness. So you can be super fit, and we'll tell you how to get uber super fit. Or you can be a couch potato, and we will help you get off the couch. Not by making you feel guilty or beating you over the head and saying that you're a bad person, but by helping you understand how to get the energy so that exercise, listen to this, so that exercise becomes easier and more enjoyable. Now, at the same time, I have to say that there's some things that you have to be mindful of, and one is overuse injuries. there's two phases in life when overuse injuries spike. Those two phases are between 25 and 35, and there's another spike between 50 and 65. Now, what's going on in those two periods of a person's life? Oh, between 25 and 35, people do silly things, especially men, right? They do silly things and they hurt themselves. So that's, the first spike is just because that's what young men often do. And they get injured. At the same time, what about the spike later on between 50 and 65? That's when, somebody is usually a guy, again, is looking in the mirror and goes, oh, man, I got to get back in shape. And he goes to the gym and works out in the same way that he did when he was 20. And he hurts himself. Right? Now, when he hurts himself, it could be tendonitis, it could be knees, it could be back, it could be, neck. Shoulders are a huge number of overuse injuries for shoulders, right? Because of the way the shoulder is constructed. At the same time, you think he's ever going to go back to the gym after he recovers from that injury? Probably not. So remember to be consistent and to be moderate and to get some help. Hire a personal trainer, if only for a couple of sessions, so that he or she can help you to put together a program that is the right program for you in terms of intensity and safety. Now, remember, when I said, when you're young, it's all about time. Finding the time, right? Because when you're young, you've got great recovery, you've got great muscle strength, you've got great joint lubrication, you got really integrous joints in terms of their stability, and then all of that you start to lose when you get over 50. So after 50, what's more important is technique, right? So being safe and being moderate and being consistent, right? And also nutritional support. Now, why nutritional support? Because when you are young, all right, your hormone levels are just supporting all kinds of anabolic activity. And then the anabolic catabolic seesaw starts to shift after age 50. And now all of a sudden, you don't recover very fast. You're more prone to injury because you've got less stability. Why do you have less stability? Because you're already losing muscle. And muscle is what stabilizes joints and protects joints, right? So maintaining muscle is critically important, but you're going to need help. Now, when you get the metabolic makeover, you'll get all this information. But I want to say that my top 6, all right, support supplements that you need to pay attention to. Obviously, one is DHEA. Second is branched chain amino acids. Now, why didn't I put protein there? Why didn't I just say protein? Eat more protein if you're over 50, because protein has been shown to be effective in helping to maintain muscle. But I didn't say protein because when I say protein, what a lot of people hear is meat. And I don't want people eating more meat after age 50 because why? Meat contains a lot of iron. And this is something that you probably never heard, but if you have excess iron, you will accelerate the loss of muscle as you get older. In the metabolic makeover, we talk about measuring your serum ferritin as a way to measure your iron burden, your iron load, and your ferritin ought to stay between 50 and 150. It's a fairly narrow range. A lot of men show up at Natalie's office and they've got a ferritin 400 plus, right? These people, as they age, are in big trouble because they have way too much iron. Right. At the same time, a lot of premenopausal women have not enough iron, so that's important to keep an eye on. Again, a serum ferritin will tell you that number better than a CBC, better than your hemoglobin and hematocrit, right? Because that you only become anemic when you've been iron deficient for, 3 years. My point is, get a serum ferritin to measure your iron level. So I'm not saying eat a lot more meat, folks, after age 50. I'm saying branched chain amino acids, which is leucine, isoleucine, and valine, will give you 99% of the benefits of anything that you could put in your mouth, right, in terms of protein. So, and then creatine, of course. We talk about creatine, and that is critical. Creatine is not just for athletes. It's not just for bodybuilders. It's for anyone over 50 that wants to maintain a high muscle to fat ratio moving into their 60s, 70s, and beyond. At the same time, hydroxymethylbutyrate, or HMB, been proven to help to support muscle mass in people over 50. Resveratrol, obviously, and then collagen and or aloe vera. I say and or aloe vera. You can eat collagen, and it has been shown to help to improve joint comfort, mobility, range of motion. Or you can drink aloe vera, and aloe vera stimulates your body to make more collagen. Or you can do both, which is something that I highly recommend. At the same time, I want to say that that when you look at DHEA, right, and I'm going to go to the biggest chapter of the book. If you look at DHEA, I want to read you one quick quote. This is from New York Academy of Sciences. DHEA in appropriate replacement doses appears to have a remedial effect with respect to its ability to, listen to this, induce an anabolic growth factor, increase muscle strength and lean body mass, activate immune function, and enhance quality of life in aging men and women with no significant adverse effects. That's why DHEA is my #1 anabolic support for people over age 50. Actually, I would say for people over age 35. But especially for people over age 50. Now, that is my pitch for exercise. Tomorrow, tune in tomorrow, because I'm going to talk about EMS, electromuscle stimulation, how that can help you to gain and maintain muscle into your advancing years, and I'm talking about 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and beyond. EMS, it's real, it's not that expensive, and I'll show you how to use it tomorrow.